All right, here we go.
Seconds remaining.
Go to the drafting screen. Brexx, are you there? Yes, he is. Nice.
Radiant team ban.
Okay, let's get my Dota up. So, first time we've ever done a full best of 3. Well, Brexx, you seem to be quite frozen in time.
There we go. Okay. I have no idea what happened.
That was just you being very still.
Audio. It's a bit
10
weird.
seconds remaining.
Like when I was watching Royd's stream there, when he ended it, it turned off my audio on Discord and I had to reassign it again, which then broke it in my Dota.
Oh, that's quite annoying.
Yeah.
Oh well. So, as I was saying, this is the first best of 3 that we've ever done, and because people wanted it, it means we've got the same teams. So the teams were picked by the players. So we've got the Radiant, who was drafted by Royds, and the Dire, who was drafted by Ross. So the Moore Bros on one team each. And we're going to see a best of 3. It might be done in 2 hours, or we might be here for over 3 hours. Who knows? I'll have to find out.
I'm very curious to see how the drafts will change or stay the same over the 3 games, because normally, obviously, where teams normally switch between games, the bans usually just stay as target picks for players, and the second game usually has some, we don't want to play against that again, but we might see more, this player will be against them again, and they played that specific hero. Let's ban that.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, especially game 2 and 3, but I guess that wouldn't really change much here, because we'll just be banning OD Bloodseeker again.
Probably, yeah. Well, that is what's been banned, and also the Rubik. So Windranger's still in the pool if Nat wants it. I think it's interesting when you have a best of 3 because it's exactly the same teams, whereas usually you shuffle the teams up, so you're never sure who's going to play what. Whereas now you can almost start to build a little bit of synergy with your team. You're seeing the crybaby emote, Roids. Okay. Nice.
Oh my god.
Forgot you could do voice lines while you're also drafting. Don't know why that's possible, but there you go.
Yeah, terrific.
So let's see what the first pick is. We've already used quite a bit of reserve time just for pick number 1. Wonder what hero they're thinking about. Usually quite a safe pick starts. Witch Doctor. Who else do we often see? Sand King. Seen a few times. First pick.
And
there you go. Yeah, okay.
And Radiant chose first pick here, so hopefully that Sand King puts some work, because that's what they chose to have.
Yeah, they wanted to get their hands on Sand King. He's a very good hero at the moment. High damage, reliable stun, very easy to get off the stun, very long range. Yeah, he's a good laner. He can farm the jungle if he needs to. We've seen that happen a few times where Sand King maybe has struggled in lane, then just jungles up to Blink Dagger, no problem.
I didn't realize how skewed Sand King's talents were in the stats, even especially in Divine.
It's skewed.
All of them are very one-sided in terms of pick rate.
I think some of them are quite obvious. Like the level 25, I know there's 40% blind and slow on Soundstorm, which is incredible. I don't even know what the other one is.
4% of pulses.
We've already got 10 pulses. You don't need 14. If you get 10 pulses off in a team fight, you're lucky.
You see, we say that, but the damage per pulse one at level 10 actually is taken more and has higher win rate. So I guess it's not.
But that's more damage per pulse, which means you're getting the pulse, like you're getting the damage off quicker. But no one needs an extra 4 pulses at the end of a 10 pulse ultimate. The problem with Sand King's ultimate is the damage barely scales. It's mostly the number of pulses. So it's almost strongest when you get it straight away and start using it.
Honestly, I've yet to see Arcane blink on Sand King. It just sounds really funny because you can blink first, then ult, and the ult will be pretty much instant.
True. I think most people would go overwhelming blink just to get some more damage and slow off.
You think so? Because you blink stun a lot, so I figure, the cooldown reduction.
Yeah, blinks. I guess a lot of the times you ult then blink and stun, don't you? But I guess with Arcane Blink, you can spot an opportunity a lot quicker. Go, I found someone. Blink, stun, ult. And you can immediately get stuff.
Because the ult will be within the stun duration, I would imagine.
Oh, easily, yeah. That actually is a good point now that it's cast time. Yeah, AA, that's a hero which we don't see too often. Every now and then we see it. We've got a fair few players who are comfortable with it. Not sure who that would be on the Radiant team. I'm guessing it's either going to be Tom or Deutsch.
I would imagine so. I don't know if I've seen Tom play it, but he does play stuff. He does play stuff like Ench, and that's a very similar laner. Just pressure the orb attack on the hero.
Yeah, for high damage. Now, Winter Wyvern is clearly for somewhat a hero he has played lots of times, is very good at it. Mars, a very strong hero in the current meta. We're going to see maybe veteran Mars. He's had a lot of success with the hero too. Easily going to kill Ancient Apparition pretty much in one hit. Arena Spear, AA is dead.
I'd be shocked if we saw an Ollie Enigma now with the Wyvern. It's such a good cancel for that ult.
Team ban.
A is far too boring for Tom to play. Yeah, probably true. Tom does like to play heroes who are a little bit out there. He plays Nature's Prophet, Enchantress, Chen, Shadow Shaman. He played a lot of Shadow Shaman. That was one of his better heroes. So we haven't seen Tom in in-house for a while as well. He doesn't play the in-house that often, so nice to see him returning.
Seconds remaining.
Wasn't he trying to last week, but he was like one of the extras or something?
Yeah, maybe. And I do say if you're someone who hasn't played in many in-houses, you should just sign up because people will pass their spot over to you. But he maybe didn't want to feel like someone had to sit out. He used to play quite a lot. Chen was banned every single time Tom wanted to play because Tom and Chen was quite scary. We'll see if he picks it up at this point. Still possible, but we'll see.
I think it's less one of those heroes that people are actually scared of, and more of it's I don't know how to play against this because no one plays it.
Yeah, Chen is one of those heroes where a really good Chen makes you think, what on earth do you do against Chen? This is a broken hero with no counter, and actually, yes, you can play against Chen. But people don't, so yeah, he's good.
But also, that's the latest Puck ban I think we've seen in a while.
Oh. Yeah, Puck for a while was being banned first phase and even first picked, but I don't feel like the Puck nerf was very big. I think they took... Did they take 30 damage off?
30 damage off W. I think it was also talent nerf, I want to say, but I don't know which one.
Definitely 30 damage came off Waning Rift, which takes it down from 280 to 250. It does hurt Puck's burst a little bit, but I don't feel like that can complete... Oh, they turned the Aghanim Scepter duration stun on Dreamcore went down by half a second, so now it's 4 instead of 4.5, as if a 4-second stun is not long enough.
BKB piercing stun.
Yeah, BKB piercing stun that lasts 4 seconds. Oh, that's fine. 4.5 was too much. But yeah, Dreamcore's a good spell.
That must be one of the longest stuns in the game that isn't channeled.
Point click, yeah, it's almost like Chaos Knight's random stun.
Yeah, like I think the longest I can think of is Dragon Knight with the 25 talent is
4.85. Yeah.
4.85.
It is, yeah. That's a very long one. That's nearly 5 seconds point click, but that's kind of Dragon Knight's thing. He has a very, very long duration stun.
Nyx is he wasn't nerfed that much, I guess. It was like a small move speed nerf. His ult doesn't break anymore.
That was the latest nerf, no break on the ultimate.
Yeah.
Is that a big nerf? Well, it depends why you're picking Nyx.
It makes you less of a counter pick against stuff like Bristle, but the mana burn's still usually quite good in those matchups anyway, because the heroes that have passives and are quite tanky tend to really struggle without mana.
So heroes who you needed to break used to be like the most important ones were Spectre, Tide Hunter if you want to kill them, Dragon Knight, etc. So doesn't countering those as hard, but I guess there are lots of heroes who have passives who don't want them broken. But
the thing is the break just made him like an extra hard counter because those heroes you just don't do anything without mana anyway.
Good against Lifestealer.
I guess Spectre you kind of do, but you kind of want like daggers and stuff to get around faster. But you just kite people a lot with that hero. Lifestealer's
good against Nyx in a way. Yeah, good against Mars because you can just walk out the arena. Good against Nyx Assassin because you can hit him even when he's in Spike Carapace with your rage.
Yeah.
Winter Wyvern, not sure. You can't hit through Cold Embrace. If you get ulted, you can definitely get taken down. You're struggling against Weaver. Okay, it's good. Weaver's a hero who Lifesteal struggles to get on, and Lifesteal doesn't have burst damage. He's not a... Who's a hero with really high damage? You know, like a Wraith King or something who can crit you super hard in the face, or a Juggernaut or something. If Lifesteal gets Abyssal, you're never killing Weaver in that time.
I think Wraith King's a hard one because I think you need like an Abyssal to actually catch the Weaver because it's really easy to dodge Wraith King stun.
True, I agree. What I was trying to get at in an example is that if you can get a stun onto Weaver, you might kill him. If Wraith King or something like, maybe something a bit more damage like Chaos Knight or a load of illusions, Lifestealer can't ever kill Weaver, even if you Abyssal him. You're probably not going to kill him. Like, not in that time. It's a very short window.
Yeah,
Lifestealer's damage is low.
I think Radiant really going to struggle to catch the Weaver right now. They only really have one reliable stun. Cold Feet can, but you need set up for it. And
Burrow Strike's a good stun, but I think you're right. Yeah. Pick something else to go on top of it. Yeah, definitely.
Burrow Strike's not actually that long of a stun, is it?
2.2 at max level. It's reliable. It's very easy to get off. You need something to follow up. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, it's not long.
Is it greedy to throw in a Lion? He's a very popular hero right now. Has a lot of crowd control. Bit squishy. Easily picked off by Nyx. Maybe Weaver.
Yeah, I think you'd be hard pressed to find many supports that weren't. Okay, that's probably the worst one to play against Nyx personally, but
against Nyx, yes, because you have so much int and you're made of paper.
Very good against Weaver.
Very good at yes. Oh, if you've got the stun, the thing is they've still not got much stun. If you get a stun from Sand King, yes, Skywrath can immediately delete any hero on their team. Very good against Winter Wyvern, I think, is why they picked it. Cold Embrace, Mystic Flare. But yeah, Nyx is going to make your life difficult.
So I don't know who's playing the Weaver here, but as soon as the Weaver gets BKB, I think they still can't kill him.
No,
right?
Not at the moment. They need Abyssal Blades, and they don't have a lot sort of lined up at the moment, do they?
You can time lapse while you're hit by AA ult, right? Like you'll still get the heal because it's not a heal.
It sets your number back to a certain amount. That's a very good question, actually. I'm not 100% sure about that. I would have thought so, but then, yeah, I would have thought so.
5 seconds remaining.
Because doesn't it do it no matter what? Like if you get Shiva's Guard, for example, doesn't reduce the amount of healing you get when you ult back as Weaver, does it?
I don't think so. Although I think the other one that reminds me of this is Sunder, but I think that might actually be effective by it.
I thought Sunder was you just set the health number, but maybe that does stop healing. Yeah, I don't think you can Sunder through AA ult actually. Yeah, good point. We should actually have a look at that. Should have a check.
Yeah, I'll just look it up.
Thank you.
Van DK.
Yeah, point click stun, which is what they need to kill heroes like Weaver. Viper, Alchemist, Willow.
So Sunder specifically directly manipulates the health, so it fully ignores on damage effects, Ice Blast, Borrowed Time, and Blade Mail.
Oh, it ignores everything.
Although I think that's in terms of...
Dire team pick.
Yeah, I don't know, that's weird.
Kunkka. Now, Kunkka's an interesting one because Kunkka does have some crowd control. He's got Torrent and he's got Boat. If you put those together, you're stunning someone for probably near to 3 seconds. But it's not the easiest thing to get on a Weaver because I guess you can X marks to spot him. When Weaver has BKB, he won't be able to do it. It does require a little bit of setup. But you do have Ollie Kunkka, so that's always going to be good.
Well, who was it playing support Kunkka last time?
Debate Mail, I think.
Oh, okay, so it won't be that then, probably.
No, I think it's going to be Ollie mid Kunkka. If you look at their team, that makes sense. Skywrath and AA support. I think it can work. If Sand King could go in and Kunkka can follow up, or Kunkka can get a good X marks combo, then yeah, Skywrath can just drop his ult on top. You've got AA Blast, you've got the damage. And I like Lifestealer against Mars. I think that's clever. I like the Weaver, which is picked up in retaliation. What are they going to round their team off with? 30 seconds to think.
It doesn't say anything about time lapse in the notes. Like it doesn't.
What in it? Are you looking at AA Blast?
No, I'm looking at time lapse specifically to see if it's like HP re. Because I don't think Ice Blast specifically says all the things it doesn't work against.
Okay. Write some notes down. Wind Ranger. Well, that's a Nat's last pick. Wind Ranger. Does it do well against Kunkka? Not
okay.
simply.
Okay.
Oh.
Does not prevent the following abilities from increasing the hero's health: True Form, Supernova, Soul Catcher, Sunder, Whirling Death, Decay, Time Lapse, and Essence Rune.
Okay. Interesting.
The more you know.
Okay. We've got Nat's Wind Ranger. This should be interesting game. Because Nat is very, very proficient on that hero, but I feel like Kunkka can just keep getting Tidebringers off, and there's very little Wind Ranger can do about it. If Wind Ranger ults Kunkka, though, it's hard for Kunkka to do anything. You can't really torrent a Wind Ranger. You can't. I guess you can just X marks Torrent and Boat and try to kill her or try to hold her in place. But okay, maybe Wind Ranger will be alright. We'll see. It'll be a good game anyway. Predictions are up for game 1. There's going to be potentially 3 games here, so 3 games of predictions. We'll see. Not too many viewers at the moment, so I'm guessing the predictions will be light for this game, but might be more for the next game. Or 9 viewers now, okay. The viewer count is very slow to update. At least it is on my OBS.
Yeah, it always is. It's a bit weird.
Right, now what I didn't do, and I will apologise in advance, I didn't check who's got their cameras on and who doesn't, so it's going to be a bit of a trial and error as I go through. So, to start with, let's see if we've got... is that the right camera? No, I haven't updated. I didn't run my script, which changes the name of the camera names, so I need to do that. Professional stream. Right, where's my Python script at? One sec.
Amazing. Yeah,
I wrote a script which generates the names of everyone based on the text file, but I think I just forgot to run the Python script. I was like,
Oh.
that's not Juji. Unless Juji looks very different to how I remember him. Let's have a look now. Is this Ross? That's Ross. There we go. Here we go. Turn down the size of the minimaps.
Charlie betting all their points on Ollie Kanka.
Yeah, not a bad idea. Well, not all this points. It's only 2,500 gone in one way. That's the other team. I bet on the wrong team. Did you? You bet on Ollie, though. I bet on Ollie. Ollie's a good player. He's playing Kunkka. That's his best hero. He's played what? How many games of Kunkka? Can you look that up for me, Brexx?
Oh god, let's have a look.
How many games has Ollie played of his favourite hero?
Kanka, 659.
659 games. Okay, so it's a fair amount, to be said.
And 89% of those were mid lane, sort of 55% win rate.
Ooh. Cheeky attempt to steal the bounty rune does not succeed. Smiley face manages to take it. That is Miles, by the way. Changes his name very often.
I just have a nickname on him at this point.
Oh, me too. But in game, just so people know who we're talking about.
Javate Nail's playing Ogre Magi today.
As is.
Six mangoes.
Oh right, it's the I want 8 health regen. Does he really have 8 with 6 mangoes? I guess each mango is 0.6. So 6 mangoes is what? 3 point is 6 times 0.6, isn't it?
Do you need that many though?
Yeah, but that's a lot of base base health regen. I think that's the whole purpose of it.
I guess my point's more is the one, like, would you not be better off with just 3 mangoes? Because I don't think you need the extra 1.5. Like, he's already back up to full.
Yeah, I don't know. It's a funny builder because he's a lot of health regen then.
Yeah, it's fun.
Veteran on Mars, it is a hero he's good at. He sports a lot of regen here himself as well, whereas Roids and Doige do not bring as much. But definitely the Dire having a regen advantage there. You've got Tom playing Skywrath. I'm not sure how much Tom has played this hero, but I'm sure he knows what he's doing. The problem with Skywrath, as I'm sure you're aware, you played a bit of Skywrath support, didn't you?
I did.
Powerful hero, but 0 base armor.
At one point, I remember it was banned every game.
It was, yeah. Because of the kill potential, but the laning is a bit weak on Skywrath. Yes, you've got a spell you can spam, but it costs 90 mana, and you have no armor and no base damage.
This is something I always have a massive problem with, is I think maxing concussive shot as a support is probably the correct way to build it.
Yeah,
because
me too.
The slow scales, and it's the most mana efficient damage.
Yeah, 95 mana, but for 280 damage. And the cooldown goes a lot lower as well.
Oh, top lane.
Yeah, a lot of fighting here. I'm having a look at it. Yeah, I agree. Or at least get a few points in concussive in the early game, because you can't really sustain spamming Arcane Bolt anyway.
No. Yeah, like, you usually can if you're mid, because you'll end up buying some mana regen items, but as a support, you'll probably just have a null thousand or two, which isn't really enough.
Yeah, Ollie's having a decent time against Nat, but Nat actually winning in the last is. No, never mind. Nat is doing well. 5 denies. And denying a Wind Ranger. Wind Ranger's base damage is one of those sort of middle of the road. Not incredible, but not terrible either.
It's not bad for a ranged hero.
It's okay. It's okay. But you're against Kunkka, who has quite a lot of base damage. And Quelling Blade, so getting denies is really impressive.
I was talking about this to the other day to some people, actually. What do you think about Quelling Blade on ranged heroes right now?
I've seen it sometimes, actually, but, I mean... Oh, it used to be 4, wasn't it? Now it's 6.
Yeah, so for comparison, the Blades of Attack is 450 gold and you get 9 damage from that.
Well, you're probably going to go Slippers of Agility, aren't you, instead, or a Mantle, which is 3 damage for 150, whereas you're getting 6 damage. If you just want raw damage, it's not bad, and if you're going to use it to maybe break trees or something, or any other reason, then yeah, I think it's okay. I feel like it may not be worth it all the time, but sometimes if you're that desperate for base damage, sure. It doesn't build into anything. You can't turn it into a null or a bracer or a wraithband, but...
Well, you don't want a Battle Fury on a ranged hero? Come on.
I have seen that before. God, that's flashbacks to Mirana's building it, but because he used to say, well, it gives damage and regen. Why would I not build them? Oh my god. Sad times. Royce realizes that it's actually quite hard to fight a Mars. I think he maybe should have gone a second point God's Rebuke, because he's not really using the Spear of Mars. He's already got a Soul Ring, but he's not going to be using the Soul Ring straight away.
I never know how to feel about these. The other day I had a Mars go level 1 Rebuke and then level 2 Bulwark, and I wanted to kill myself, but...
Tom is quite low. Is he going to get slowed by somewhat? They're actually trying. Ross thinks about diving the tower. What was that? Okay, that's
I mean...
interesting. So we have a look in the bot lane. Yeah, Ross Ross did die first, so the gold actually went to Tom and to Miles. So I really don't understand that. And who got the kill in the bot lane? They got a kill into Deutsch, the very, very paper mache hero that is Ancient Apparition.
The 2-point spear into Impale quite a lot of stun.
Yeah.
But,
Okay, so they made use of the spear, so maybe it was the correct thing to build if they're going to go for a kill in Ancient Apparition. I just thought maybe to harass Royds. He's taking a lot of damage in return. He's already got a point in Bulwark. That's the spear. Royds away. Royds does not have a point of rage yet. Look at Deutsch really trying to get the kill. He's waiting for it, chilling touch. Bam, there's the nuke, tactical nuke, and now we're going to go into debate mode. We have a permanent slow. Orb of Venom plus Ghoul Frenzy is a lot of slow. It's Orb of Corrosion, so 13% slow, plus another 15% slow coming up from Ghoul Frenzy.
The other day in the
Deutsch,
pub, I had
what
to
are you doing?
Oh, what is he doing?
Hit the Taraga off you? No? Oh, okay. Quite a lot of damage. What's going on here? Tom fighting Ross? Very close.
He has silence, actually. He might have been able to try and kill him.
He had the mana and some mangoes.
He had one there, don't worry.
Sorry, what was that?
The other day I had to lane against the Lifesteal Wisp lane, and he maxed Ghoul Frenzy, and it was just impossible to escape him, because he had Orb plus the passive.
Yeah, it's weird, the Ghoul Frenzy, because before Open Wounds was like a fun cooldown, like really powerful slow, it had some range, but now it's like a permanent slow, passive slow with no cooldown, but also you have to get to them, and that's not always that easy, because you have to literally walk up to them.
I mean, you are one of the fastest heroes in the game now.
You are, yeah, 5 move speed slower than the actual fastest, so pretty fast.
Yeah, like he used to be like 290 L1.
Oh, Ollie being ganked. Now just going straight with the focus fire, and Ollie drops the ult as well. Actually, with the fairy fire, manages to live for a little bit. Nat goes with the shackle, will find the kill. Nice attempt from Ollie, using the boat to try and heal him up and keep him safe. But a good gank from Jabate, a nice wraparound, and Nat will find the kill.
Bot lane.
Oh, okay, it looked like there was a bit of a fight mid. Now we are going for a kill onto Veteran. He doesn't have the spear, he's already used it.
Yeah, you can't get away here, I think.
Not got TP either, yeah. That means he must have only just got back into the lane. He's in a lot of trouble here. As soon as Royds gets him, he's dead. No, got the spear. Actually, he's fine. Beautiful wraparound play, but in the end, that's a level 5 lifestealer.
No, not quite.
Level 5 lifestealer who gets the free farm. You force Mars completely out the lane and all the way potentially back to base. Never mind, he's going to south. Top lane with a bit of a fight. Mars in trouble. Does have Barrow Strike. Is going to use it. Rank 2, not quite enough to take him that far. Still losing HP and armor because of the bug. And the bug is still hitting him, and Ross is going to go for the dive. Will he die to the dive this time? Maybe not. Does get hit by the concussive shot, gets silenced. Miles is going to live. This is a lot of fights where people are really close to dying but aren't quite dying. Ross is still behind the tower. I don't think you're going to get a kill. Shared Tango being given to Miles, so I think he'll be okay. Betmo is mid again, just sharing the bottle. Ollie has gone to stack some camps.
Nat tried to do the trick where you pass the bottle to someone who TP'd in, but he did it too slowly, so he didn't get a bottle.
I did it with Owen today. It was actually really useful to get a full free bottle, and you can bottle the person too.
Yeah, because you can TP him in, then you just walk to the other lane, because it's not really that far.
Yeah, and you've given them 4 bottle charges, and so it's pretty good. Use 1 bottle on them, and then give them the full bottle. Pretty powerful. So Nat is going for what I believe to be the better Wind Ranger build. I did Monkey King Bar today in my ranked game, but I felt that actually I should have just gone Maelstrom. So I like that, going for Maelstrom. And could be a bit greedy these days.
Maelstrom feels really weird because like they nerfed it and they never really unnerfed it. It just everything else has gotten slightly nerfed.
They buffed Maelstrom last patch, didn't they?
Did they?
I think the proc chance went up to 30% from 25 at some point. There was a patch where it definitely got buffed, unless I made that up. I'm saying definitely, but now you made me doubt myself.
Maybe you're right.
Every coin helps.
Ollie is quickly increasing the last hitting just by farming stacked camps. Where's Nat?
Oh yeah, so a couple patches ago they reduced the bounce distance by like 300, but then they upped the proc chance by 5% and made it build into Gletno.
Yeah, going up by 5% proc chance, that really benefits a hero like Wind Ranger who's trying to get as many procs as possible. There is a proc cooldown, but I don't know what it is. And I think Ollie's in trouble again. Tries to get the torrent, gets the boat, actually gets the torrent onto Nat, and the boat's going to land on both of them, but despite Carapace doing 400 magic damage back to Ollie. Bit of damage going to Nat, I think he's going to be fine. Ollie just going to TP back to base. X marks the spot. Bottle up. Spam bottle as much as possible. He's not really spamming his bottle, but he's still going to be full. Top lane, have a look. Miles taking a lot of damage. He's going to be okay. Miles has gone for a build we haven't seen from many Sand King players recently. Max Sandstorm has happened, but he skipped Caustic Finale completely. I think it's such a good 1-point wonder, unless you really desperately don't want to push the lane, which is maybe what they're thinking. Tom, they know he's here. He's going to take a lot of damage. This hero who's absolutely no armor, is he going to go down? Not
Very
quite.
Tom.
There we go. There's the kill. Someone will get the kill. Oh, he doesn't have the mana to ultimate. But then he gets the sandstorm off and they don't have detection. Ross, he's in a lot of trouble because Ollie has turned out. X marks the spot. Do we have torrent? No, we have no torrent. So Ross is just going to escape. Torrent was already used before. Somewhat will escape with Ross. Good play from them. Ross is quite low level comparatively. Level 5, which has got level 7.5 on roids. Max Ghoul Frenzy already and the phase boost. Quite a scary lifestealer. 25% slow. Oh, he's in trouble now. Gets shackled. Doesn't have rage. Going to get arenaed as well. So there's no way he's going to escape. Still gets into a creep. That creep can't quite escape yet. But it's still going to be 430 HP, 350 HP. Gets away.
They could have changed something there, but they didn't.
No, they were a little bit careless, I think. Lifestealer has the worst talents in the game, change my mind. Like, level 20 is 16% evasion, which some heroes get to level 10, or 8% slow on auto attack, which is not useful at all for a level 20. So bad.
The 15 talents are okay.
Yeah, they're alright.
I think the 25 ones are the good ones.
Yes, they're the only good ones.
I feel both very good.
Yeah, 1.5 rage is good, 1.2%. But these talents are so bad. They're just so bad. If Lifestealer needs a buff, I feel like that's where they need to put the buff. Just give him better talents. The rest of him, I think, is actually okay. I feel like he's still boring. I like the old hard-hitting Lifestealer, but, you know, I think we're gone from that now.
Oh, his win rate's not great. It's 47% in Divine.
It's not terrible. I guess Lifestealer is a good counter pick. Like, he's good against certain heroes, where when having the free BKB early is really useful. He's also pretty good against heroes in lane like melee strength heroes because you get a lot of heal. Very easy to trade with them.
God, the scaling on Rage is so weird. They made it scale 1% move speed per level.
1%. 1%. Yeah. It's like, we'll put in some scaling, but I mean, the duration is enough. You wouldn't be complaining, would you? But no, apparently. He's maxing Feast second, which I guess makes sense. Doesn't mean that the BKB duration isn't lasting very long. That managed to find a kill on Ollie again with a gank from Debate now. We're trying to kill Veteran. Spear goes through him. Mystic Flare as well from Tom, and that is going to be the kill. Tom is maxing Concussive Shot, just like you said. I feel like maybe you even max the Silence second, because you need that against heroes like Weaver.
Yeah, probably.
And that goes up 1 second a level if I'm correct. Yeah, also 3, 4, 5, 6.
They buffed the Silence talent at 15 a little while back as well, actually, so now it's permanent uptime.
Minus 8 seconds is a lot of cooldown reduction on an ability with only 14-second cooldown. That's incredible.
And 6-second duration, so...
We're talking about Lifestealer can get, what, 20 move speed at level 15? There's a hero with minus 8-second cooldown as their talent. I mean, those 15 talents are ridiculous on Scarif. Both of them are so good.
Oh, wait, no, I couldn't.
I think Scarif is some of the best talents in the game. They are incredible, all of them.
I guess they kind of have to be because, like, what does he buy that scales?
Yeah, so scales in levels, yeah.
Like, you can buy items mid, like, Bloodstone, but that's like it, right? That's still, like, kill reliant.
It does scale with some items. Scythe of Vice and Blink Dagger, so you can lock people down. Atos for the early game.
One of me ain't enough.
What is Nat going for? Has he got the Maelstrom coming? Yep, full Maelstrom ready on Nat. Looking at the net worth, interestingly, Ollie is 020 and Nat is 200. But look who's got more net worth. It's Ollie. And that's just the power of farm. That's how Dota works. We're going on a kill on Doige. Doige is such a squishy hero. Dies from 2 spells from Debate Mail and the 1 power shot from Nat.
I'm curious which Maelstrom upgrade he'll go for if he does upgrade it. Because
I think Mjolnir, I reckon.
You think so?
Yeah, I think because, wow, Mjolnir actually doesn't make a massive difference on Ninja. Maybe you're right. No, we've got the Shackle onto Void. We're ulting him. He does have Rage. Never mind, because he just gets stunned immediately by Impale. And he is going to go down dominating. But Miles, he able to find a kill onto Ross thanks to the help from Tom.
I guess it's a case of whether you want the attack speed outside of your ultimate from the Mjolnir.
Yeah, Mjolnir procs harder, but only by 30 magic damage a hit, which isn't actually a lot. But maybe you're right, and Gleipnir, I think, procs the same as Maelstrom. No, it actually goes up in damage as well, but for some reason it only goes up by 20 damage instead of 30. Okay, Gleipnir seems better to me. 30 int is also 30 flat damage. Mjolnir only gives attack speed. So yeah, Gleipnir, if you're going to upgrade it, 100% Gleipnir. In my eyes now, you've convinced me.
On in heroes, it makes a fair bit of sense, I think. But the only thing is, I guess you don't really benefit that much from the Atos on Wind Ranger. I guess
no, but it's still 220 burst damage, and it's still holding them in place for an extra shackle duration or something. I don't know. I mean, you're never going to complain about it, are you?
No.
Root is root. You probably won't upgrade it, I think. I think you just leave it until like you've got nothing else. Then you may even replace it with an MKB or a Daedalus.
Yeah. I've noticed that Suns and Yash has become way more common because now it's the only thing in the game other than like Halberd. That
Well,
has
Halberd
stacked
is
with it.
16%, same as the Sanj, whereas Sanj and Yash is 25%. I think, yeah, it's just too good.
Yeah, Royds is buying one. So.
I mean, every hero is going Sanj and Yasha. That's a good point that Sneaky says. Mjolnir, the difference between Mjolnir, Maelstrom, and Gleipnir is the number of bounces. I think Mjolnir bounces 12 or 16 times, whereas you only get 4 from Maelstrom. So you get a lot more bounces. And if you're trying to kill illusion heroes, oh, there you go, X marks the spot. Didn't get the torrent, unfortunately. Did get the A blast.
Oh, yeah.
Whoa, the damage on somewhat.
12 bounces versus 4. But
Yeah.
it can't bounce back to the same target, so I think it's
No.
probably quite rare that you actually get 12 bounces.
Against heroes with tons of illusions. Like if you're definitely trying to kill heroes, all you
Really?
dodge a little bit out of position again. Out comes the boat. I think the boat is going to land onto someone. Not quite a lot of damage coming from Ollie.
no.
A massive crit as well. Gets another kill. That is worth the death of Doige. Ollie's just going to TP back to base, deciding not going to fight Ross. Miles turns up. I think he's going to be okay. We don't have Blink yet on Mars. Very close, actually. He's got the money for Blink. Rushing Blink straight away.
Yeah.
Straight away, but we've got, yeah, Miles went first item boot to travel. Look, he's got a wand and boot to travel. This is the ultimate Miles build. He wants to be mobile. He wants to give Sand King a hero who's quite slow some speed.
The ability build that's interesting because you assume Boots of Travel's like a farming kind of thing a lot of the time, but he hasn't got any points in Caustic at all.
He should get at least 1 point. He's now doing massive damage to Tom. Tom drops the Mystic Flare because why not? It's got a very low cooldown, but you won't get a kill on Nat, I'm afraid. Nat with the Maelstrom and the Boots of Travel. Nat also rushed Boots of Travel. That's quite... is that unusual on Wind Ranger? Maybe not if you're 5-0-0. I think, yeah, if you're 5-0-0, get it. Go for it. Arena was used, didn't kill Miles.
I think if you're not getting blinked super quickly, it's quite nice to have the move speed, especially with the Wind Run. It just amps it a lot.
That's true, and if you get Aghanims eventually... the problem with Boots of Travel in my eyes is that you hit the haste cap very, very easily, you know, the maximum move speed cap when you use Wind Run. But then if you do go Aghanims later, which I think you probably will, then of course you could exceed that easily. Out comes the Sand King ult, and he's got Blink, and this is going to be a kill onto Nat. Or is it going to be okay? Actually, no, not quite enough damage. It's close. Ah, there we go. Concussive Bolt. Big Fat Miles gets the kill. 5 times kill streak ended, and Doige, he managed to get a kill on Jabate Mail. Very good. So that's a kill onto Nat that Miles got. Miles, do you know what's incredible about Miles there? Not only did he have travels, he has the blink as well. Miles just picked up his blink, but look at him. 6,800 net worth. I mean, Miles is so good at finding farm in the off lane. Nearly 100 last hits already. Incredible play.
He does like to play fairly passive in the off lane in that he just farms the lane for a while and then appears about 20 minutes with like 2 items. You're like, oh.
Well, even at 16 minutes, he's got the travels to blink. I think that's one of those things with Mars. If you let him get the early game, the space in the early game, he's going to be an absolute terrifying force. And we can see this straight away. I mean, look, he's already got the Void Stone. He's going for Yules. So Yules is a nice, intelligent, safe item.
I think something a lot of people that have laned with Miles have said is that he's very good at laning and his hero skills very high. I think his main issue right now is just team communication. Like just setting up coordination is something he can probably improve on a bit.
Yeah, I'm sure that's true. But yeah, his laning is definitely strong because Miles sometimes has bad lanes, as everyone does. I think he's going to be okay though. There's nothing to shackle him to. He has the Burrow Strike. He doesn't have the mana. He does if he uses the wand. He can go invisible, which he does. We get the A blast onto Nat, and here's Ollie. I think Nat's dead. Goodbye, Nat.
Yeah.
Okay, the Spike Carapace we have to be, but I think it's true. Look at the damage Ollie's doing. He's going Daedalus Rush yet again. Veteran's going to get taken down. Mystic Flare. That is a full Radiant rotation apart from Royds, who's also getting free farm in the top lane. 3 heroes dead. Really good kills for the Radiant. And this is the first net worth lead we've seen this game. Starting to build.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ollie doing so much work with the early Crystallis. It's a 60% increase in damage if you get the crit off. And soon it's going to be 225% damage. I mean, Ollie really likes this Daedalus Rush. He thinks, you know, why beat around the bush on Kunkka? Just go get the Daedalus now.
I think last time he had like 3 Daedalus, it was kind of silly.
Yeah, he went like Daedalus, Blink, Daedalus, BKB, Daedalus. Just kept building one. There you go. 80-minute Daedalus. I mean, why not? 88 damage, chance to crit it. It's never a bad item for Kunkka. Why do you have to wait till late game to build it? Just get it straight away. When you can almost one-shot the supports with that. I think Broy's in a little bit of a sticky situation. He doesn't have a TP, so he is going to die. Steals the room. He's got no one to go inside. He's trying to get to Tom, but it's not going to reach him. And so there you go. 50 damage taken on the talent from the Winter Wyvern.
I'm kind of surprised that Tom isn't considering an ATOS as his first choice this game. I think Glimmer Cape's a good item, but I feel like they really need the extra catch this game versus a Weaver and a Wind Ranger.
Yeah, but maybe he feels like it's going to keep him alive more, and that there's enough setup on his team anyway from Ollie and from Miles. So I think that's maybe his logic.
Yeah, maybe.
We'll see.
I don't think if you thought, but Mars has a blink now. He used it in that bottom fight, which unfortunately didn't go too
Yeah,
well.
he does. He's going for BKB next. I think it's a safe option. Let's just have a look at the hero levels. Level 14 on the Sand King. Remember, this is the offlaner, and we know he's doing well. Level 14 on the Wind Ranger, level 15 on Ollie's Kunkka, nearly level 16. Ollie also has an Imp Claw, so he'll either crit for 30% more damage or for 125% more damage. And this is going to be a massive crit. Okay, was just the Imp Claw crit. A blast!
Oh my god.
Mystic Flare! Ollie doing a crit for 866 damage. And that's going to be an easy kill. Ollie having a little smirk to himself. Now he's talking to his team. It's almost routine now, isn't it? He's so used to killing people as Kunkka. Oh, we nearly got 20 minutes. Miles, he's going in. Besides that, he's going to go on to Weaver. That is the correct kill, because Nat immediately runs away when he spots that. How much damage do you get from Infest? Not a lot. Rank 2 Infest, 275 magic damage, but it was enough to get the kill.
I remember a while back they kept reducing the damage on Infest, especially early, because people were just using it to farm camps really fast.
Oh yeah, they were. Or just like in the lane, you'd use it just to do like the 300 damage burst or something.
Yeah.
But the nice thing for Lifestealer is he does have a hero to go inside, the incredibly mobile Boots of Travel Yule's Sand King. So you just go inside that person, and Doichi gets taken down by Nat, who also pinches the bounty rune. He's trying to go for Lincoln Sphere. We've got an arena here. We're trying to go on to Ollie, but Ollie is a very durable hero, double brace. In fact, Ollie's not even that scared. Thinking about getting a crit off, but not wanting to one-shot himself. Now he's just going to go for some right clicks, but Nat, is he going to go find the kill? Ollie needs one hit.
Blink.
Gets the blink away, because Ollie went Blink Dagger next item, which is repeat of his previous build. The power shot will go. Missed the spear, but we hit the power shot, and I think Tom might be in trouble. He's going to be okay.
That blink arrived just before the fight.
That's really good to get a kill on Ollie, because he was dominating. Miles, is he going to be able to chase somewhat? Somewhat does pop the dust. They can see Miles. I think Miles is in a little bit of trouble here. Gets hit by the Impale. Out comes another power shot. And we have a 9-2 Wind Ranger. Goes for a shackle. Gets a nice shackle with the creeps. And I think Royd's in a lot of trouble. But here comes the A Blast. Veteran going to go straight down. It's a lot more powerful than I was expecting. Apparently, AA needs to get his Ag Shard. It's OP, even though it seems kind of lackluster. But apparently it's good.
Yeah, the reason it's quite good is the damage stacks. You can put 2 down on the same spot and it'll apply twice the damage.
And also, it's the ultimate Blink Dagger Canceller, because it's like the super long range instant Blink Cancel, which is really useful. Tower has gone down. We're chasing Jabate Mail, but there you go, Glimmer. We do actually have a sentry, but Royce decides not to chase. He has the Sanjin Yasha going for NKB straight away. I guess so you can hit the Wind Ranger.
How do you feel about Lincolns on Wind Ranger? I feel like it's just a really solid BKB game. But
I like Lincolns, but I feel like, yeah, BKB.
Like, they have so many ways to cancel it.
Well, I'm guessing, okay, so you can't be hit by X marks the spot, but you can immediately be cancelled by Skywrath, by pretty much anything else. The problem, I guess, is how do you instantly guess on Wind Ranger now? You can't stun her with Burrow Strike, and you can't X marks the spotter. So
I guess you can just break it with Ancient Seal.
Yeah, but that requires someone else. Like, Ollie can't solo the Wind Ranger by himself, I guess. Yeah, it makes some sense. Tom's going to be happy with the regen rune. You've got a level 30 Nyx Assassin running around. Nyx doesn't have his Ag Shard yet. He's put it in the quick buy. Are there any other Ag Shards?
I'm not sure.
Anyone's bought yet? Most of the heroes are pretty bad ones.
I guess my thinking is, what does that Lincolns do that BKB wouldn't otherwise do?
Lincoln's, I guess, is just a passive, whereas BKB is an active. Otherwise, yeah, BKB does the same thing. Easy channel points, is it now, Dan? It's 14-13, 1k gold net worth lead. It's very close. You know, actually, Nat is taken over in the net worth lead, which is very impressive. Got the full Lincolns. Now going for Aghanims. It's a very defensive build from Nat, but that is how Wind Ranger needs to play. You pick up 1 damage item. That carries you the entire game. Actually, he went for 100 attack range, which is interesting. You don't usually see that talent. You often see 100 power shot damage, and I think Somewhat's in a little bit of trouble here. For some reason, they can't see him. Miles is channeling his ult basically in melee range. He does get stunned, gets the full epicenter off. A lot of damage coming out, but Nat, he gets a great shackle shot, and I think Miles can be brought down as well. Ollie has already been killed by Nat. So what looked like a great fight for the Radiant turned out to a nice fight for the Dire. We got the good arena up. Little Burrow Strike stunned, but Nat had the vision. Nat will get another kill, and Ross manages to chase down Tom. So excellent fight for the Dire. Easy channel points, is it, Dan?
Don't jinx it, Dan.
I mean, you can't really tell which team is winning this. It's gone so back and forth, but that was a really good fight for the Dire. And how is Ross doing? So he's got Maelstrom and a full BKB now, which he didn't have to use. So early BKB for the Weaver, which I think is nice to have. He also took the 11 strength talent. And Sakuchi damage.
Yeah,
Always helps.
235 damage with that, which is...
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice damage in the early game.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Ross actually overtakes Roids in terms of net worth.
I remember seeing it before, but I think the Ag Shard on Weaver is actually really strong.
It's good against Invis heroes. It latches onto them, doesn't it?
Good.
Yeah.
But
Also
even
the
that,
split
like,
generate
yeah.
attack.
Because with Maelstrom, you just get like a ton of procs with that, right?
It's okay. Yeah. I feel like it's
Yeah.
one of those which you definitely should build before your like 4th or 5th item. You shouldn't completely ignore it. Windranger's Ag Shard is pretty rubbish. I actually built it and found that it's not good.
It's
So-
funny. I don't know if it's good.
It's funny. I bought it and I felt like this was a waste of gold. The Windranger needs so many items and wants to keep staying ahead. And I put myself back a fair bit for kind of no reason. Sand King Shard's worse than the entire game.
Radiant's bottom tower
I was aware of that.
and I don't mean in love.
Kunkka's one I've never seen ever. Have you ever seen Kunkka Shard? Tidal Wave.
I wouldn't mind seeing it. It seems funny.
It
but
seems
I don't think
funny.
it's good.
Everyone says it seems good on paper, but no one ever builds it. The problem is it has zero synergy with his kits.
Yeah, it doesn't like.
It's very
really
random.
hard. Well, I think that it's possible to use it for synergy purposes, for like go shit with the the fleet talent to push people back into repeated boats. But it's like
It's just
it's so tedious to do. Yeah.
It's just weird. I feel like Kunkka has so many active abilities. They shouldn't have given him another active. He needed like a nice passive to do something, but instead they gave him yet another active ability. So
Yeah, he
I
has
don't
6
think that's what-
abilities.
Yeah, he does. Well, Tidebringer is kind of an ability, yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
So he's lucky to get 2 new abilities. I think Kunkka's Aghanims, actual Aghanims is good. But Ollie's building pure damage. He's going for the same build he did last time. Daedalus, Blink, BKB, and he'll probably just get more Daedaluses from then. I don't know if it's Daedaluses or Daedalai. I'm not that up to date on my ancient Greek.
So Nat is now building an Axe or Windranger. They're smoked,
Yep.
by the way.
They are smoked. Let's have a look at what they do.
And the Weaver is building a Glepnir.
Weaver's Russian Gleipnir. Okay.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I feel like Mjolnir is probably better on him, but maybe.
Yeah, you get more damage, definitely. I don't feel like you need the lockdown from Weaver, not when your team has so much. Oh, we're going on to Miles. Miles does get yours up in time. Nice reactions. Spear misses. So does
he
the God's
goes out.
Rebuke. But Nat, he has double damage rune, so anyone he goes for will get the kill. I don't know who Focus Fire was used on. Probably Miles. Yes, Deutsch, you're going to go down. There's no way you're TPing up from that. But if the only kill you get is AA, not actually too bad.
Okay, he's bought the Glepnir on Weaver now.
Okay. Yeah, I think Gleipnir's maybe just not the right item for Weaver. You want more damage, which you get from Mjolnir. Way more attack speed as well, which Weaver always wants. I mean, he's a carry after all. Who is he trying to lock down? I guess you can kill Skyrath more easily in AA, but you don't really have trouble killing them anyway at the best of times.
I guess the only thing that it does give him is TP cancel, which he doesn't otherwise
Oh,
have.
we've got Dust used. Blinks away. He's still got Lifestealer inside him, I believe, which I think adds quite a lot of movement speed.
So Miles is actually queued up an E-Blade next, which is interesting. It
Okay.
stops the Windranger ultimate.
It does also good against Weaver. We see Ross. Oh, we go for the stun. There we go. Royds comes out, pops the rage immediately, but Ross just uses BKB, immediately time lapses, and he's taking quite a lot of damage from Royds, but is going to find 1 kill already and just walks away. We've got the arena. It's on to Royds. Royds has no way to escape the arena, but 5 seconds and he can use rage again. Oh, the ult was cancelled. Sand King ult cancelled by the use of Winter Wyvern. It doesn't last very long. You see the power of the status resistance. Status resistance, very strong. This is the God's Rebuke. Ollie goes in with a massive crit, then immediately backs himself off. We've got a very low HP Nyx Assassin who is going to go down to the epicenter. Veteran's going to go down too. But now, can we kill Roids and Nat? I don't think we can. No, Ross and Nat. There's going to be 1 kill. And Ollie, you're in a very dangerous situation, taking a lot of damage, but he's tanky enough to escape. So again, a really good fight for the Dire.
See, if the Windranger had an Agnum Shard there, the Kunkka would have died.
Ooh, maybe actually. Yeah, interesting, interesting. Only 1k net worth ahead. Yeah, this game has been so close. It looks like the Dire are starting to be a little bit more dominant, but if you look at the net worth, you know, Royds isn't that far behind Ross, and Ollie's not that far behind Nat. There's a massive crit and just, you know, sends himself back, buggers off.
Since Dan was talking about it in chat with Glepnir, actually, do you know if that hits invisible units? Like if they Glimmer Cape and you Glepnir, does it still hit them?
I don't know. It's an AoE target, isn't it? So
Yeah.
it's not. But nothing in Dota is consistent. So who knows? I feel like Wind Ranger is going to be like this is the most dominant hero in the game. Look at the KDAs. Everyone is like doing okay. No one's doing really terribly. You've got 165 on the Mars, but he's still getting the good arenas off. That's really all that matters. But you've got 13-2 on the Wind Ranger. That once again dominating on his most dominant hero. And now he's got the look. He's 550 move speed at the moment. He can't go any faster. But here comes the Aghanim's. So let's see how fast he can go now. From 550, now you have 2 charges of Wind Run, and now he's doing 800. I mean, what a difference 800 makes from 550. What is that? 250 more move speed?
I wonder how fast you'd move with Wind Run Axe plus Swift Blink, because that also removes move speed cap.
I think it's what, like 40% move speed?
Yeah, it's a lot.
A lot.
Expecting a Wind Run a ban next game, yeah, maybe. It's one of Nat's heroes. It's usually the that'll.
And then he plays Rubik next game, yeah. I feel like Nat's Rubik is maybe less scary because it can't carry as hard. It's still very strong, but Wind Ranger can carry a game. Rubik can do a lot, but he can't solo carry. And I feel like this is what the Wind Ranger's doing. They cannot bring him down. If he goes BKB now, he'll be invincible.
Did he win that mid Rubik game?
Yeah,
I think that
he did, yeah.
He did, okay. So he can carry the game.
Well, he did really well, but then he struggled for a bit, but then he ended up just having so much cast range. Actually, we're going in on Ross. Immediate. Oh, this is really good coordination. Look at that. The entire team goes straight on top of him. Miles blinking and getting the Burrow Strike off. And that'll be a nice kill.
Ollie's not getting another Daedalus. He's actually getting a heart, which I guess we see a lot more of nowadays. Hearts are becoming quite common.
Well, they changed the way heart works quite a lot of times. But the most recent change was they took a lot of base HP off of it, but it still gives 45 strength and 250 health. And now the health regen is passive. Somewhat, you're in the wrong neighborhood, my friend. Mystic Flare's going to go down. You do get the D ward, so that counts for something. Heart does make sense for Kunkka. 45 base damage, always nice. 1.6% constant health regen. That's going to be good when you're a hero with so much HP. He's got 3.8 strength gain. But there's no Tylacto. Why does Tylacto have a copy pass there that's used all the time? He played like 1 game.
Yeah, right.
Was that like 3 or 4? I don't know.
I think it was like 1 or 2 Inhouses at most, yeah. I don't know if you've noticed how many Yules are being built on Radiant. There's one on the air, there's one on the Sand King, and now Scout Rush also getting one.
And there's already one on the enemy team. It's a lot of Yules. I mean, I think at the moment Yules might be the best item in Dota.
It's definitely up there, yeah.
Everyone builds Yules. In the pro game, it's everybody. You're a core? Nah, Yules.
I hope we get to see the upgrade at some point in this game, but we'll see.
The problem is the upgrade is quite rubbish compared to how much it costs. That's the problem.
It's quite good against Wind Ranger and Wyvern, though. Because you can, like, if someone gets Wyvern ulted, you just use them in the air.
Oh, yeah, there's definitely some uses for it, yeah. I love that every time we have Dom's camera, even when he was casting with me, it's just so close to his face.
Oh, dear.
Tom's trying to show off the, I don't know.
Smoke from Diane and Radiant Jungle.
I feel like Doge is going to go down. Yeah, that Yule's dodge is very inconsequential. You can see him listening to music as well. Tom always listens to music. Look at the range of the Gleipnir. We've got the ult straight off. We're trying to go onto Nat. Lincoln's was popped. E-Blade is used. And there's the damage going to be killed by Tom on the concussive shot. He's going to be chased down by Ross, however. Nice impale from Debatemel straight into the spear. Do we have the damage to kill Royd? Can he get in someone in time? He does. He just managed to get into Sand King. So Mars is going to be holding the lifesteal inside him. Out comes the ult from Wyvern. It's about to end. Royd bursts out. Tries to kill Debatemel, but Debatemel is on 1 HP. Keeps himself alive by yours. Just brings him down. I can't tell who's actually going to win this fight. Ollie's in the BKB. E-Blade to keep himself alive. We're diving. Massive crit, but then Ross just rewinds. You're right. But Royds has no detection. He's running around, kills the bug. Back onto Ross. Big crit. Can we get the damage? We might do.
MKB Ross, come on.
Ross does manage to escape. A blast goes off. Someone will die to it. Doge gets another kill. Doge actually gets Ross too. We don't have a basher.
No, we don't.
So
it's he has one now.
There will be a TP out. That was a great fight for the Radiant. It looked really tough for them at the beginning, but they were quite careful. They kited. Royds just managed to escape by getting inside Miles right at the last second. And thanks to the Winter's Curse, he actually could just hide in there for long enough to let himself heal up to full. Then he came out. Still has the Aegis, like you said.
I don't know if it would have been correct to not Wyvern ult there, but it was quite weird because obviously the lifestealer got almost a full heal out of it because the people weren't being damaged while they were Wyvern ulted.
Yeah. He went for the attack speed talent and for the evasion talent as well. Damage, attack speed, and evasion. So, evasion's good. It's good against Wind Ranger, who's constantly hitting you. It's good against Weaver, who doesn't have an MKB. Yeah, 16% damage taken, sure.
I guess Wind Ranger's less so because Maelstrom can't miss, so she kind of already has a.
Oh yeah,
semi-chance to
30%. Yeah, okay, but it's something, I guess. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
A little bit lower. They don't know Debate Mills there. Does have the Ag Shard, of course, but is going for a Dagon. Not going to build it for a while.
I don't know about that one. I guess you can burst the supports quite easily.
Well, Deutsch, yeah. That's why the Yules have been really good. They've delayed the deaths by quite a lot, even though they have gone down eventually. Deutsch has managed to buy an extra 2.5 seconds.
Yeah.
Ollie just going around, critting everything. Still going for the heart. Has the Reaver already. A lot of strength comes out from hearts. So 45.
My only concern there is the Dagon doesn't help you at all against Lightstealer or the Kunkka.
Oh, you can't do anything. It's heart Kunkka. Dagon tickles him.
Yeah.
It's almost pathetic.
Like he might just want to go Scepter or something because he's gonna get right clicked to death by them. But then I don't know. Skyrock ult, it's a bit weird.
Tower doesn't even have arms to defend itself.
And the Dire are sort of all over the place. However, Radiant do not have Sanking. He does have trouble, so he can turn up if he needs to. That goes in. Look how fast that is. Moving incredible speeds. Roids is in a little bit of trouble. Out comes the A blast. Deutsch, you're in a really interesting position. Ross goes in. Bob's the BKB straight away. Roids is just going to hide in Tom. Not the easiest hero to survive. Tom, you're going to have to pop something to survive, but then Roids comes straight out. Tries to kill Rossi. He got the silence off in time. Is that going to be enough? We're trying to kill him. It's not going to be enough. Out comes the ult. Massive epicenter. Look at that. Damage immediately kills Nat and somewhat just by himself. The power of Sanking doing a lot more damage than I expected. Royd still has the Aegis. Aegis is going to pop another double stun from Mars. Massive crit from Ollie. Double kill. Royds will come back to life. We've got the X-Master spot on Veterans. There's no way he can get away. He's trying to TP out, but does not manage to get it, or tries to blink out. 2 buybacks from the Dire. That was a full team wipe.
That crit from Ollie just killed like half the team. Good God.
I know, but Miles, fantastic in that team fight. Did you see that the power of E-Blade and the ultimate was, I mean, what is it? It's 1,500 damage amplified by E-Blade. And he has a Cloak of Flames, and he has the damage from Soundstorm, 125 damage a second. That was ridiculous.
And now he's got an axe.
Power of Sanking. He's already level 25. He's actually the highest level in the game, shared with Kunkka. Got the slow talent. Went for Sandstorm DPS and epicenter damage per pulse. I mean, absolutely incredible. Ollie 25 obviously went for Tidebringer Cleave. He went for the 20 strength talent as well. Didn't go for Torrent damage this game. Went for 8 health regen, which I'm not sure is very consequential when you've got another 90 on top of that. But oh well, every bit counts. And now Radiant finally have mounted a lead on this game. 20,000 net worth on Ollie. Look at the second net worth player. It's this Sand King. And then it's the Pos one. Quite close behind. He does have Heaven's Halberd. He's got Heaven's Halberd and Sanjin Yasha, which is interesting because they don't. The status resistance doesn't stack.
I'm pretty sure the idea is if you want to do that, you disassemble it.
The evasion's fine. You get strength. You get the healing doesn't stack.
No.
So some of it doesn't stack. Yeah.
I'm pretty sure you just disassemble it and keep the Yasha and then.
Just Yasha and Heaven's Halberd. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know about this.
That's a bit unusual.
I mean, it's stats, whatever.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, there's parts of Heaven's Halberd which you don't make the most of, but it's maybe still worth it because you do need the Heaven's Halberd against Wind Ranger.
Yeah, there's 2 range calls on the enemy.
Yeah,
team, so.
I think it makes sense. Ninja Gear, maybe not what Lifestealer needs. Not a lot of heroes to make the most of that. He's actually going to put it on. Sand King, he's in trouble. Now, we talked about how well Miles was doing this game, but now he gets taken down. Double damage Wind Ranger.
Oh, wait, no,
Still doing a lot of damage, even though she's built basically 0 damage items after Maelstrom.
Well, you do have a DD room for that.
Interesting that Nat went for a talent. You don't see Wind Rangers buy a lot these days. Take a lot these days, rather. Windrun grants invisibility instead of the cooldown reduction.
Well, he does have the axe.
Yeah, it does, but you don't see a lot of that talent. It's usually picked by Wind Rangers who are far ahead and just want to assassinate people. But he's gone for quite a different build.
Or he's going to try and snipe someone here.
He's going to try. He's very fast. He starts ulting Roids. Still ulting Roids, chasing him. Is Tom going to get out? Out comes the Abe ult. Does manage to hit Ross. Tom actually hiding in the corner. They see him and they do bring him down. Ollie with a massive crit. Ross immediately ulting it. Ollie does have the Heart of Trust. 4,300 HP it's given him. And now he's building another Daedalus. He has Phase Boots and Boots of Travel. Ollie with the double boots. Probably because he just really wanted to travel. So much of his team have travels. I mean, well, Miles doesn't. Miles is all over the place. So he thought, yeah, let me in on that.
Have you ever moused over Skyros Agnim's thing and just looked at how long it is?
Yeah, it's because I mean, all it says is cast another one.
4 times,
Yeah, exactly. I don't feel like that's really necessary, is it? It could have just said cast another one.
The Ag Shard seems really good actually on Skyros. because it just amps debuffs. So like any stuns or anything just last 1.5 times as long.
Ancient Seal now causes other debuffs applied to last 50%. Does that mean like longer concussive shot slay?
Yeah.
I mean, that seems pretty worth it to me.
Especially versus
Torrents? Ghost ship.
Oh, he didn't take the instant seal cooldown either. I'm sad. It also provides True Sight, which is kind of big because there's there's 3 Invis heroes
It
now.
does say grants vision over the target. So yeah, he's going for Aeon Disc now. He just doesn't want to get blown up. This is a very fragile hero, Skyrath. So
Yeah.
can't really blame him.
Spell Prism for Nat now has a BKB as well.
So he got his cooldown reduction, but he came from Spell Prism instead. It is quite annoying that they're going to have to get invisibility detection to counter him, but then there's already 2 heroes on his team who can go invis. So that's why I'm not sure. Now, Weaver does not have much damage. Gleipnir is the only damage item he has. 24 damage coming out from BKB. He needs to get some damage. It is looking like Daedalus is in his future. A good way to just get raw amounts of damage.
I guess you could say the same thing about the Wind Ranger, to be honest. Both of them are sort of lacking in massive damage items at the moment.
They are. Yeah. The third 25 is about to happen. It's either going to be Ross or Roids. Lifestealer gets either more Feast or longer Rage, and Weaver, of course, gets that super, super fast Sakuchi. Or an extra Germinated attack. He does have the Ag Shard. It looks like Miles is ready to go. Oh, they go on him. And then Roids, he comes out. Tries to go onto Nat. Out comes the arena. Wind Ranger's just running around. Miles, is he going to be alive? He actually stays in the stand, so they don't have any detection. Finally, they pop the dust, but it might be a little bit too late. Shackle doesn't land on anyone. Miles is going to be brought down by Nat. He blades himself, doesn't get hit by the power shot, goes in for another stun. So ballsy, but a great ultimate, somewhat holding them in place. Do we have the spear to follow up? There's the spear. It does stun Miles. Miles is going to go down. And Ollie does manage to get quite a lot of damage. It's going to go down. Ross with another kill, triple kill. What is even happening this game? The only person alive is Roids, and he is going to TP out. Let's go for instant replay. Oh no, Gleipnir. Never mind. I have to cancel that. Because you're right. Gleipnir happened.
TP
Sorry,
cancel.
Cancel my instant replay. There we go.
You can't man-fight this guy, though.
I don't... He's healing quite a lot. I mean... Okay, we're not going to be able to see a replay because we're watching Roids go back and forth for what seems like forever. He is so stuck. He's like, help me. Okay, he's got a lot of healing. Oh my god, he's actually going to kill him. Okay, now he's healing. He's healing up. This is so stupid.
He needs to time lapse away and stop.
Oh my god, he got the kill.
No. That heal from someone, that Roids get a full heal off.
Yeah, and now he's going to get another kill. And so the team fight ends up with the Radiant actually getting a full wipe. And Roids, we had the Roid scam. He's thinking, what on earth just happened there?
So Nat was actually on like 2/3 health and he died from a crit from the Kunker in the middle of that fight.
Did he? Okay, I wanted to see that in the replay.
We'll have to, someone get that. Could someone clip that so we can watch it later?
I do want to see that. Yeah, that sounds funny. Oh, well, there you go. There's only one hero alive now on the Dire team. Everybody's debating on the next assassin. You have a level 27 Lifestealer who went for the Rage Duration talent, making it 7.5 seconds of Rage. That is a lot of Rage. He now has the Abyssal Blade. Immediately use it. Now it's going to pop the Rage. Oh, okay, fine. 0 mana on Lifestealer. I feel like maybe you just get the Ag Shard on him as well, just to have open wounds, because that's pretty good at healing people and more slow, but...
it's the mana is the issue, because you're getting mana burned anyway.
Oh yeah, you don't have good mana pool.
No.
Yeah.
We got a tower out of it.
Allows infesting enemy heroes for 4 seconds, attacking their insides once every 1.25 seconds. What? I don't know that was the thing. That sounds like Omnislash.
It kind of is, and you also makes you heal faster.
That's... what? That's weird. I've literally never seen that. That's so cool.
I hope you get to see. I guess the main issue of it is it costs 4,200 gold.
Yeah, I guess that's true. And you're better off just infesting your allies and going in. You see how well his engage has gone with Miles. You don't even need a Blink Dagger on Lifestealer. You just get someone else to blink in with you, and then you're done. We do have now the Aghanims on Miles, so now you've got so much engage for the Lifestealer and him for himself.
He's had the axe for a while now.
But it's just going to be great for these team fights. I mean, I've only just spotted it now, but Ollie with 98.3 health regen. Just tanking the Roche. Roche hits quite hard. 350 damage. Now we've got Aegis and Cheese for the Radiant. The Radiant are definitely ahead this game. Only 3 kills ahead, but yet somehow it feels like they're much further ahead than that.
I think they definitely could have dealt with that Lifestealer better at the end there of that last fight, though. Like, they just needed to keep it at a distance and keep kiting him, and then they kept going a bit too close and getting caught. And then they had to heal to save Ross, and then Yeah.
Now he's going for Assault Cuirass, which will give him a nice chunk of armor, damage, everything lifesteal, well, attack speed, everything he needs. So that's nice. Nice to finish off. His last item.
Is lifesteal a rapier hero? Probably
Yeah,
not,
well,
right?
if you need it. I mean, your Rapier's going on the Kunkka. It's going to
Probably,
one-shot
yeah.
enemy team. Ollie is instead just finishing off his second Daedalus. Does have the money to afford it, but of course wants to save for buybacks. He needs to farm a camp or two. Ollie with Rapier is scary. Or Ollie with another Daedalus is still scary. I mean, Daedalus gives 88 damage, and then if the first Daedalus doesn't crit, there's a chance the second Daedalus will crit. He's still holding the Imp Claw.
Yeah, it's 24 damage, I guess. What's the next best neutral he's got? Wait, oh, wait. They've got a lot of neutrals, actually, haven't they? Dude.
Do they?
Yeah, is Paladin Sword not better?
20 damage. Bit of lifesteal.
It's 4 less damage, but you get 15% lifesteal.
I think this means Ollie guarantees at least a 30% crit. Right? So he's just going to hit the tower. He does have Aegis again. Doesn't have to be too scared.
I think the Dire Support have to be really careful of staying within crit cleave range here, because they're going to start hitting one hit, I think.
305% on Tidebringer on damage that can do a 2.25% crit.
There's your second Daedalus.
Okay. Good to go. Ollie's at nearly 500 damage now, and he's also got 4,400 HP. But Ollie's weakness, he has 9 armor. He's going to be happy when some of those auras start coming up, like the Assault Cuirass, because he really needs it. I guess he can go Swift Blink on Kunkka. That's another 60 damage when you blink in. Well, Overwhelming does give 25 damage always.
Do you think Nat really needs to blink? I feel like you just get like a Daedalus on that hero at this point, right? Just so
I wouldn't go Blink and Dags on Wind Range. I'd go one or the other. Because you're always going to get into position. I mean, by the time you've, blinked, like 800 units, right? Means that in 1.5 seconds, you go the distance of a Blink Dagger.
Yeah.
That already feels like enough for me.
Well, my issue is less that, because I think you can get both, but my issue is more is got Lincoln's BKB and Ags for just surviving.
Yeah, at some point you need a Daedalus in Wind Ranger.
Well, they tend to
There's a chance to get lifesteal. Actually, they do bring him down immediately. Out comes the boat, though. Do we have the triple boat? No, only one boat.
That.
Here comes the ultimate from Miles, but there's BKB, and he runs away. Lotus Orb. Veteran goes in, gets the big arena, holding everyone in place. Mystic Flare, it's mostly dodged. Spear, we've got Miles speared in place, but Royds, he's trying to be brought down by Nat, but he's going to be okay. Uses the Abyssal Blade, but we can't see. We need detection because these Glimmer Capes are saving everyone. Aeon Disc is going to save Tom, but he gets the long silence off onto Ross. Ross is going to bring down. No one on the Radiant has died yet. Royds goes into a catapult. It's now Yules. I don't know why the Yules the catapult trying to kill it. Out comes the Gleipnir, holding Miles in place. Miles keeps himself alive with Yules. Also has the E-Blade. Is going to go down. So far it was only a 1-for-1. They took the Aegis, but there was a buyback on Ross. The chase is still happening, however. There's a catapult with a bug attached to it. Comes out, tries to get a kill onto Debate Mill. Doesn't have Rage. Does have Rage now. Is actually really, really patient at holding off on Rage. But now he doesn't have the mana to use it. Now he does. Uses Abyssal Blade. Oh, Heaven's Halberd is going to be brought down. Gets stunned by Debate Mill. And that will find the kill. But we got a crit. We managed to kill Veteran. The rest of the Dire team are quite low. Dodging the shackle shots with cheeky Yules. This was a good fight for the Dire.
So Ross bought back there, came into the fight, immediately got hit by a Conquer Cleave and an Ice Blast and was on 20% HP and had to leave immediately.
Dodge, I'm not entirely sure what you thought you were going to achieve there.
You're not going anywhere.
Okay, yeah, you're dead. Goodbye.
They had Miles as well.
Bit of a harder hero to catch. Do they have any detection? Nope, no detection. I mean, somewhat does, but he has to get there.
They know he's there.
Oh no, the Spike Carapace! That's the oldest trick in the book. And now Miles in a lot of trouble. Does get a very long Barrow Strike. E-Blades himself as well, then so we can get the blink off. Yeah, but he's still being hit. Look at the speed of Wind Ranger. You cannot escape Wind Ranger. And he's going to go down.
I guess maybe he doesn't need damage on that. He just needs Blink and Axe to catch them.
Well, he's got a lot of catch. I still feel like Blink might be overkill unless you're trying to turn it into a certain Blink Dagger.
Now, do you ever get Octarine Claw on this Wind Ranger? Because when you hit 30, you have the permanent double shackle shot.
You've also got Spell Prism. Like, the amount of cooldown reduction you have is insane.
I don't know if it's permanent with just Spell Prism, but I could be wrong.
Spell Prism, the talent, and you've got Octarine. But I feel like that might be overkill.
Maybe.
I mean, that was a pretty insane team fight we saw there.
Yeah, I don't know if you call it, but Daedalus is up on Ross as well now.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, he did a massive crit onto Tom, bringing him down. Both the supports and the Radiant, who are very fragile and have no way of really saving themselves, they both have Aeon Disc.
Yeah, the next now has an E-Blade as well.
Okay, went for E-Blade instead of Dagon. That does buff your damage a fair bit, so fair enough.
Well, that's a good question. So, if you get hit by Conquer Cleave's next and you Spike Carrot Paste it, He's now got the Carapace damage talent. I wonder how much damage the Conqueror would take from that.
Well, quite a lot. I mean, it's physical damage, Cleve, and Ollie's only got 9 armor.
Yeah.
So
I
a
mean,
lot.
probably wouldn't kill him or anything, but yeah.
No, it won't one-shot him, but you could take like half his health away, probably.
I mean, it's 175% of the damage you're dealing, right? And if Ollie's critting for like 1,500.
I mean, did you see what he just did to Ross? Look at that.
Oh my
He's
god.
on 19% health from one attack. If he had a Daedalus, not a Daedalus, he had a Rapier instead, that was a one-shot. That was literally a one-shot.
Yeah, I can see that. Oh, Mars is gonna...
Yeah, I can see Mars's camera has frozen, so yeah, Mars's
Okay.
camera's gone, so he's definitely gone offline, lost the internet there.
No, he's just concentrating really hard.
The camera died, unfortunately. Look at the it still says break on the tooltip.
Does it?
A Vendetta, yeah, click on Nyx and click on that, you know, like the buff icon.
So it does.
They've not changed that, have
Hmm.
they? Yeah.
Small indie company, no bitching.
No, free to play. Let's have a look at some of the stats, shall we? So let's bring the scoreboard up. 1659 Wind Ranger, pretty scary, but as we said, hasn't got many damage items. But still, it seems to be enough. Can just chase you down endlessly, so who needs damage?
Oh god, I just realised the Ag Shard on Skyroth would apply to Ice Blast duration.
Does it? Ooh.
That's a long duration if you did that.
If the Ancient Seal fades off the target on a debuff that's been applied since Ancient Seal was on, does it keep the duration, or does the duration then go back?
No, it's the same as status resistance. So if you have higher status resistance, like temporarily, it changes the duration when it's applied, not when the status duration thing is applied. So if you like,
Okay.
if you Omni Knight W someone and then something hits you, that duration will be reduced even if the Omni Knight W runs
Yeah.
out.
Okay, makes sense. Yeah, just on application rather than like a constant check. Yeah. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah,
So if you do
and-
AA blast, it's gonna last for like the old Aghanims, 17
Yeah.
seconds.
And then the opposite's also true. So if you apply something to someone and then you apply Omni Knight W to them, it won't reduce it.
Omni Knight's W is a hard dispel, so it does remove most things.
Yes, I think so.
Miles said R. His camera's gone, but at least Miles is back in the game, so I'll swap to Nat's cam.
Nat's actually getting a scythe, so is he going to consume the ag or is he going to replace the maelstrom?
So really not building any damage. Just
No,
one damage item. Let's hear it. One item that gives damage. Okay, you get 14 from Lincoln's, 10 from Ags, 24 from BKB.
Honestly, at this point, I just want to see a full-out disable build. He just gets the scythe, replaces the ags, and then replaces the maelstrom for an octarine and just has like a billion stuns.
That's true. I mean, Nat knows what he's doing this here, and I'm maybe too greedy. I'm actually thinking when I play Wind Ranger, I shouldn't just keep going damage. I think Roy's in a lot of trouble. We've got the ultimate immediately going, but he's not taking a lot of damage. Look, you can see it takes Nat a long time to take him down. The Lincoln's is procced.
Yeah, that's what I mean about the Daedalus, potentially.
Yeah, I would be going damage. I would replace the Maelstrom with an MKB and get a Daedalus, but Nat wants the
consumed-
scythe.
You consumed the ags already, actually. I'm not sure if I do that quickly, because he hasn't bought anything to replace it.
No, you lose some stats from doing that, definitely.
You lose quite a lot, yeah.
Yeah. Well, it's alright. But he'll replace it with the Ultimate Orb, maybe?
Hmm.
He can afford that, so that's 10 tool stats, basically bringing most of it back.
Checking for ag shards again. Mars has got one now. The trail.
It also means you can spear 2 people,
Was it?
which I think...
Oh yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The trail is like, just here's a nice bonus.
Yeah.
And it looks cool. And I think they made the effect in the Ags lab, and they thought, well, time to actually make the most of it. Oh, this boot to travel in. Oh, but he's got the X marks the spot. One-shots himself! He literally one-shot himself. Nice. Well, we talked about it, and there you go. Bit of a...
That was amazing.
Okay, right. Okay, yeah. So,
I told you that'd be good.
yeah, he's got 4,500 HP. How did he one-shot himself?
Well, he's got no armor. He's even got 9
Yeah, he
armor.
does. There is a fight going on in the top lane. But Ollie is dead. And there's the ult on Roy is just holding him in place. Nat is running around trying to get Doige. That doesn't actually manage to get him, but this is a fight without Kunkka. I feel like this is not good for the Radiant. They seem to have missed a lot of spells onto Roy. He does finally get speared. Ultimate coming out from the Sand King, but both BKBs popped by Nat and Ross. So I think Mars may die, keep himself alive with the Eva, gets a massive Burrow Strike away. But of course, he gets constant vision of him thanks to the bugs coming out from the Swarm. And we also have the Ag Shard on the Weaver, so he can see Sand King even if he goes invis.
So I think the main reason that works so well against the Kunkka is obviously I think it just multiplies the raw damage, not the amount you like would take, because I think it applies to the armor of the target. So since Kunkka has such low armor, he's basically just taking out. I assume at this point it's probably like a 2,000 crit.
Yeah.
Which is then multiplied by
1.75.
1.5. Yeah.
1.75 from the spike carapace. You know,
Uh,
Nyx has
but-
34.
yeah.
Nyx has 34 armor.
So, do you know if the number that's being shown by Kunkka is that the crit damage before or after the tie bringer?
I think it's
305%.
I think it's always before calculations.
Yeah,
I'm not actually
so-
sure.
So let's assume the crit's 1,500. If you're then timesing that by 3 for the cleave damage, which is
Yeah.
what the Nyx is being hit by, and then you're timesing that number at the end by 1.75 for spike carapace.
That was so good. I love that. That absolute one shot. We were
So it's not-
thinking, nah,
yeah.
it's probably not a one shot. It literally was a one shot.
So Ollie was. I don't know if we can actually, because I don't think we can see like his death screen or anything. But like,
He's got to be so careful.
yeah, you need to be really careful against Nyx here. But like, he probably took about 6,000 damage from that reflection. I think.
Maybe. I mean, the Nyx isn't even like too worried. Has 34 armor because he went for the 80 agi talent, which is a lot of agility, and he has an E-blade, which is 40 agi. This is a tanky boy.
I do really like the Vendetta talent though. It makes
Yeah,
it so
it's
easy
all
to
right.
run.
It is all right. Spike carapace. He's waiting for it. Oh, Ollie knew. Ollie knew.
No, Tom had vision of him.
Yeah, but that's why he was holding back. Ollie actually has Aghanims now.
Yeah, you can tune it. He's buying a Shiva's next. Which is
Shivas
interesting.
is an interesting Kunkka item. You
What's
might as
he
well buy an
replacing?
Aeon disc and stop yourself being one shot.
I think he just wants the armor. I think if he had some armor, he might just survive it.
So Nat now has a full
A scythe.
scythe.
Wait,
So
what did he sell? Or is it just? Oh no, it's just locked.
oh, Nat taking a good chunk of his HP, not one-shotting him.
Good God.
Karen's got the clip. I might watch that later on stream.
Yeah. Karen, can you put that in the Discord if you haven't already? That's a good clip.
That is a good clip.
Not gonna hold. All towers someday must.
Okay.
That was funny.
At 108 mils now, just waiting in lanes by Hurryways, hoping that it's going to show up.
Yes, yeah.
Do it. I dare you.
If he does it again, yeah, Nat's reaction was funny. Oh, it's bait mail. It's so bait.
Really do something about that.
Because you can pop spike carapace in invis, can't you? Does it break
Yeah,
Vendetta?
it doesn't break the Vendetta, no.
He's actually doing it. He's literally just hiding. I mean, Ollie still has the highest net worth in the game. So you've got nearly every hero in the game is already level 25. Looks like our first game is a bit of an epic, going nearly an hour long.
The Nyx has a Dagon now as well, so even if it's like close to killing him, the stun will mean he can like oh he wasn't close enough. I think Ollie might have like toggled off the cleave there and he used the boat to kill the wave instead.
He knows what's happening. Okay, there we go.
Oh, maybe you just buy Swift Blink on Ollie for the Agi just to get armor.
Yeah, also it means more damage when you blink in, and you also
But
have a
what's
lot of attack speed.
But what's he replacing for the Shivas? I don't.
Boot? No. Blink? No. I don't know.
Yeah, it's a bit of
I don't
horrible.
know, actually. What do you replace? You replace the blink dagger, decide you don't need blink late game, but he loves the blink. He's making a lot of use of it. I would upgrade the
Yeah.
blink. You can't replace the BKB, can you?
Maybe you can backpack it. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. It's a bit odd.
Maybe he's just gonna swap in the Shivas to farm waves so he doesn't die.
Oh, right, okay. Well, maybe.
Big brain players.
Might as well swap in the Aeon disc.
Ollie's almost level 30 as well now.
Okay, nearly, yeah, first hero level 30, Ghost Ship Fleet, Torrent AoE, Torrent damage, and cast range, so it's mostly spells, basically all of the spell upgrades. They are just going to take Rose. He's got a full Aghanims on it. That's going to be nice.
Who you gonna
Courier
give
gets
that to?
deleted by Mars.
Oh, that's one way to get the Agham Lifestealer potentially. Unless they want to give it to like Skyrock or something.
Yeah, I think you give it to Lifestealer. What's AA's doing? AA's is not useful.
Yeah, that's more of a core thing.
Yeah, you give it to Lifestealer, yeah. So he has that option to like get inside a Weaver and just kill him.
Oh, Miles is doing the Overwhelming Blink. He's not going for the Arcane Blink instant ult.
Yeah, okay. Overwhelming Blink is also good on the Sand King. He is a strength hero after all, gets him a little bit tankier. That's running around. That's Invis. You really need some detection. Nice shackle shot, beautiful. Now we've got the double stun, spear as well. Ross not taking too much damage. Mars keeping himself alive with the E, but is going to go down to Debate Mail. Ollie goes in, but he has to back off. He is level 30, but I think it's a little bit too late for Boat. Pops to Torrent, and does manage to TP out. Doid, he's going to go down as well. Tom finds the TP out. 3 kills for the Radiant. Now, remember I talked about Radiant having quite a big lead this game. It's completely vanished, and now the Dire are actually just about in the lead. They've nearly overtaken on net worth, not quite found it yet.
Well, I think at this point in the game we're reaching the point where the net worth lead doesn't matter as much. Also, this Weaver's quite massively on farm. Have you seen? He's got a Scardy and a Satanic now.
Yeah, it's just slow and steady. And Nat is going for a Daedalus now, has the Chrysalis.
Ags and the Roshi's going to take it.
Probably the, yeah, I was going to say the Mars, because Mars gets a really nice effect from the Bulwark. It means you can just leave Bulwark up and do a lot of damage still. Redirect all the damage.
I would have considered giving it to Weaver. 20-second time lapse is also very nice.
Was it lower the cooldown time lapse?
Yeah, it also means you can target allies.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, using on allies can be good even on a core, because you could put it on the Wind Ranger or something.
The Wind Ranger, like I mentioned it earlier, he is getting a Daedalus. I think he's probably going to replace the Maelstrom for it.
Veteran is immediately showing his Aghanim. So those soldiers also do 75 extra damage. Nat has yet again the double damage. Nice Tarim. Veteran just put the ball. Look at that crit onto Nat. That's a lot of damage. Ollie had the Shivas out. Yeah, he's put the BKB out.
Back to BKB. Level 30 as well now.
Boats. 3 boats now. Boat number 1. Minotaur horned the first one. Boat number 2 onto Veteran. Missed as well, actually. Boat number 3 coming out. And the Torrent Storm as well. So Ollie's used a lot of his cooldowns. Quite long cooldowns. Those Torrent Storm 70 seconds.
That's not too bad. It's about a minute.
Well, it did get them off the tower for a bit, so fair enough. I mean, this is going to be quite a long game. Nearly 1 hour in for the first game of the series.
I don't know if you caught this, but Tom's decided he wants to play Chen. He's building Greaves on his Skyrath.
Greaves? I always thought you were going to say Helm of the Dominator.
No, not quite.
How many heroes are still not level 25? Only 2. Every single hero on the Dire level 25. Even Winter Wyvern, who gets Splinter Blast stun, an incredibly good talent. So we're waiting on Skyrath, who can get Mystic Flare damage, 480, and AA can get AoE Cold Feet or 4% more threshold for the Shatter.
Yeah, given how little int he's built on the Skyrath, I think you have to take the Mystic Flare damage. The Arcane Bolt probably isn't doing that much damage.
Yeah. You get, I think Mystic Flare damage is just good. It's another 480, bringing it up to 2080 magic damage. That's a lot of magic damage for one spell. Not the highest in the game that one spell can do, but the highest like raw number you can read from a talent, from an ability.
It's up there, yeah.
I mean, the highest damage I think is probably Crystal Maidens.
That's if all of them hit, though.
Yeah, if every single one hits every single hero, always.
Yeah.
You've actually got 3 level 30s now. Weaver hits 30, so that just gives them a lot more damage. Geminate attack, there's just so much to take there. And the Wind Ranger, of course.
Did we even look at tier 4 items, really? I didn't notice there was a timeless relic.
Well, I'm not even that bothered. I'm waiting for the next tier. You get the Shackle onto Ollie, but you're not going to kill Ollie in time. Nat does do a bit more damage now that he's got the Daedalus. He's going for Arcane Blink on Wind Ranger. Interesting. Lower cooldown when you blink in Shackle.
Yeah, it's
fast
power
well. Shot.
It's more damage. It's int.
Yeah. Oh, 25 damage. Yeah. I don't know about Swift Blink though. Maybe you don't need the speed. I don't know. I feel like Swift Blink is an option. I probably would go Swift Blink, but I'm quite greedy.
Think of the cooldown reduction though. You can probably power a Shackle with that without having to build the Octarine Core.
You can. Yeah.
Level 30 on Weaver as well.
Yeah. We had a look at that.
Okay.
So
He's queued up Rapier. There's an Apex for the lifesteal.
Okay. First item. Oh. Apex isn't really that good on strength heroes compared to it is on Agi.
I don't know. I'd say it's pretty good on Ollie. He wants more damage. And
that's true. Oh yeah, it's still good, but I think actually, yeah, Ollie has gone for it. 6,000 HP.
Health.
Now one-shot me.
Oh, Stygian Deathslayer for both teams.
Oh, Stygian Deathslayer, incredibly good item for the Lifestealer. That's actually pretty good for either Weaver or Wind Ranger or Mars. All 3 of them would be happy. Book of the Dead, that's a good item in the late game. Good for dewarding. You can split the Necros up and just farm the whole map. Book of Shadows. Okay, so they've gone for 2 books. Got for a library of items. Good item. Yeah, good for saving people.
That's pretty good.
Good for crowd control. It's not a bad item. Stygian Desolator, definitely the damage item that you want. I think you put that on the Weaver, perhaps. Not entirely sure it should go on the Mars. I don't know who's got it. Mars is holding Force Boots as well.
So, do we not yet reach the point where Hunker wants a Divine Rapier, or does he just not want to buy one at all because of the next?
No, he does want to get one, definitely.
Oh, another Book of Shadows.
Okay, nice. Oh, wow, we're going in for a bit of a fight here. Roy's doing a lot of damage. That's the power of the Stygian Desolator. 60 damage and minus 10 armor. It's doing a lot. We've already got a kill onto Debate Mail, but it looks like Mars is in quite a lot of trouble. Power shot to the face. We have now a Pirate's Hat from the Radiant team as well. That's a lot of free gold. Even a support can pick up a Pirate Attack. I think Pirate Attack goes on Roids potentially. Out comes a nice shackle
good
shot.
shackle.
Ross is dominating because he managed to find a kill on Miles. There's another kill. Ollie can't get a hit because he's trying to hit Nat, who of course is in permanent evasion. So Ollie, that's not the right target to go for. He does have X marks the spot, so it will eventually bring him back. Another kill for the Radiant. Miles going in with his ultimate, but there's BKBs all up. Ollie is just permanently stunned. Book of Shadows as well. Is he going to get away? Actually, he managed to get a kill onto Nat, I think, with just a random crit. They can't kill Ollie. He's got 133 health regen. Ult's going to keep Roids in place. Yeah, that's above. Ross, he nearly dies to Tom.
The Mystic Flare.
Concussive shot, doesn't quite get it. Oh, look at the crit. He one-shot the Skywrath, but he does manage to take him down as well. But of course, it is only going to be met with the BKB because the Aegis will keep him alive. Nice use of the Ebo, but Ollie taking so much damage. Ross, look at how force this guy is. Using his own Stitching Devastator. What was that damage? The power of late game Weaver with the triple Geminate attack with the crit as well. Now he's going to kill Roids. I can't see any way he's going to get alive using the Heaven's Halberd to keep Ross off it, but now he's going to go down. And I think this may be Dire's chance to win. Power shot goes through. Ultra kill on Ross. And the fight starts and another beautiful shackle shot with the Gleipnir as well. Going to get a kill to Doige. There's no rampage.
Rainbow Warrior!
And yet we're still going. Still going. Another shackle shot! But it's okay. They're going to be fine because they're in the base.
So yeah, but the Arcane Blink there, he could have permanently double shackled.
There you got another shackle?
Yeah. It's going to be a full down in a second as well.
Yeah, it just gets the scythe off. Too much crowd control.
Good God.
I think GG was called, wasn't it? I mean,
was,
that's
yeah.
basically safe. And finally, the game will end. What an epic game for game one that was 63 minutes in.
Two more to go.
I mean, that's pretty intense. But yeah, nice to see some good games anyway. That was certainly a very good game one. Lots of back and forth. Like, there was a point where I thought it could be either team's game, and that was up to about, what, 35 minutes? It was still not obvious which team were going to win. Then it finally looked like, okay, one team have won this now. It's Radiant. Nope, I keep winning good fights and end up winning the game. So I feel like we've picked some very, very, very balanced teams here.